Wow.
Yes. Yeah, baby.
Wow, that gets me going.
Yeah,
You don't need any coffee. You just got to watch your opening. That's it.
that's it. Got to get us
That's-
pumped up. Why? Because we love us some horror movies and movies in general. That's right. What is going on? It's your boy Preston, Fat Samurai Guy, and hanging out with me in the movie Dojo. That's right. Is my man Bud. They call him a rebel. Welcome to the show, brother.
I am very excited to be on your show, and that intro definitely pumped me up even more. So I'm ready to go.
Yeah, man. Yeah, we're gonna rock it and we're gonna roll it here. But before we talk about some of your previous projects, and then we're gonna lead up to the undead, baby. Oh yeah. Before we get there, how did you get into the film industry, man? Because
Well, you know,
you've done it all: actor, producer, writer. So how did that happen? When did you get the bug?
okay, so I would say it's like good therapy when you write. All the characters do what you want instead of real life, So I wrote a lot when I was in college. It was a good escape, and I got to be 40 years old, and I had like 5-6 scripts. I'm like, what am I doing? And then I took a class by a guy named Dove Simmons, who taught at NYU and UCLA, and it was a Trinity film class. And he said one thing. He said, "You're not going to make any money on your films, but he's going to teach you the art of making films." And I was just so inspired to get the stories out there visually, and with sound and audio, that I just had to do it. And my first project was all screwed up. But initially, I was going to do a horror film, and then you learn when you do this about you have to have just a few amount of scenes, few amount of characters. You have to have controlled environments, all the little pieces that really make it work. Especially if you're an independent filmmaker, you're not able to do as much as you want. But if you do it better, then it does make a difference.
Right. No, well said. No, that's perfect. That's perfect. So, you got the bug early on, I see, and you just went in and kicked the door in. That's right. You walked up, you said, "This is Sparta." Kicked the door in, right? Walked in, you're like, "I'm here to learn, I'm here to grow, I'm here to get better and do my thing and let my voice be heard." And then your creative juices started spreading on that yummy steak out there. And all it takes is for us consumers to eat it, because we love horror. As you can see here, I got my John Carpenter They Live shirt on. Got to represent that sci-fi and horror, man. Any favorite horror movies growing up?
Wow, I think when a Stranger Calls, we were on that horror movie, which was exactly like what I want in film, in the sense that it had an amazing beginning and an amazing end. Right. In between, you could have, I don't know, whatever. But that's what I always want to do. I always want to have a big beginning and a big end in all the films I do, because I think you got to catch people. And hopefully your scenes in between are great too, don't get wrong. But if you don't get it at the beginning, especially nowadays, with all the streaming services out there, you're never going to hold them. And it's got to be suspenseful, something building to something. And I think whatever I'm involved in, all of them should be about that. It should be entertaining.
Yes.
And when a Stranger Calls was just wow. I lost my voice in that horror movie, And growing up, I remember seeing John Carpenter's Halloween, and I was such a horror buff. Every week there was another horror movie growing up. It was always exciting and stuff. So, but I think when we're talking about my film, it's just on a totally different level. Not to be, just a different type of genre that's never been done, which we'll get to.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, it's very unique as a horror concept.
Okay.
Yeah,
nice.
But I just was going to say, when, in this film class, I was going to say is the key is the people. You have to hire good, talented people. And what I did is I hired, because I didn't go to film school. I'm a businessman. So I had to look and see who can I hire to be my director. And so what I did is I took a cinematographer whose eyes are always behind the camera and who works with people. And I made them the director because they know people. And that's how I do all the projects, you might say. Putting someone's eyes there before. So
copy that. Hey, that's a good plan. That's how you do it. That's how you do it.
Yeah.
Well, forget about my podcast in here. I see that you have your own podcast yourself. You had a TV show and now you have your own podcast, the Bud Rebel Podcast. Are you still doing that right now?
Yes, I love it. It's so much fun. I love talking to people. I'm sure you love the same thing. I love just having a good conversation with somebody. And sometimes when you go to work, it's like a minute conversation here or there. But I like to know people's story. I like to have a heartwarming story. I like to talk about, things I hate, which is always different than everyone else in the podcast does. Not always you love. I also like getting my ideas out there. I give away at least 3 business ideas. Every other, all different ideas that I can't do because as you get older in life, I just want to make this world a little better. So we do that.
Right.
We talk a little bit about what makes someone a good leader. We have a lot of fun. And then we tell a story about how somebody's been able to overcome difficult experiences. And that's part of the whole thing. So it's really rewarding. It feels
Nice.
great.
Copy that. Yeah, man. I'll put a link in the description box below for everybody watching this wonderful video here so you guys can also follow the Bud Rebel podcast.
Thank you.
That's right.
Thank you.
And I'll put all that good stuff down there. But let's get back to a little bit of the filmmaking here. Let's talk about some of your previous projects here. Let's see. Night Terror. What is this project about?
Night Terror. Oh, okay. I got it right. See, it's funny because I done a lot. I was like, "Oh, sure, what I got to talk about."
I'm seeing UFOs in the poster.
Yeah. It was a fun. Again, you know what happens? I write things on my blog. It all came from my blog. I have a blog. I write all these ideas out. And again, I wanted to have the visual experience. This is a short, and it deals with the idea of like going to sleep and being haunted by something, and whether it's real or whether it's not real, and the whole conspiracy theories. It takes on goes in a different realm that most of it is, and I don't want to ruin it, but it's a fun little story that has a little surprising ending, like I always tell you we'll have. And it was fun to make, and it's just a concept that came out of my head. Like every day I write in my blog, which is budrebelproductions.com, and it's unfiltered. So it's politically incorrect. It's authentic. Grammar's probably not right, but I got to get up every morning and write something, and that's where it comes from. Some of them become concepts like this, like the story, and some of them become just something to just throw on the wall.
Right. Yeah, copy that, man. Yeah, that makes sense. You are a creator, so you got to write it down when you get the idea, no matter what time of day it is. When you're waking up, you may have
the night.
Yeah, right after this podcast episode here, you might start. Hey, boom! I'm gonna start writing some stuff down. Yeah. Next up here, Help. What's Help about?
Oh, that was a lot of fun. That is a short about. Actually, was going to be the first movie I made, and it's about somebody who is a quote animal rights activist, and all of a sudden they're driving the car and they hit a squirrel. So they're so upset about doing the right thing for the squirrel, having a proper burial, that they have to get the squirrel and they have to bury in the woods, but they get a little lost.
Okay.
And they meet the squirrel owner. Let's just leave it like that. I don't like. I'm not good concept. And I played that role, and I had a lot of fun with that. That was great being the squirrel owner.
Okay. All right. I'm sold. I'm sold on that one. Nice. Yeah, man. All these short films you've done. That's really awesome. Got to check out Help. But now it is time. That's right. To get to the Undead. Let's go ahead and have some fun here. And let's check out the trailer. Here we go.
Listen, I'd like to offer you something. It's my cabin. It's where I go to find solace. It's where I found my faith.
We're supposed to be staying at our friend Adam's house.
I can drop you off if you like.
It is an unbearable weight you must carry. But you all carry. It may offer an opportunity for healing.
This is the unfortunate truth. Amen. This is no time to relax. War, play.
I know where to find you.
I'm not speaking metaphorically.
Who are you?
This isn't a delusion. there will be no chariots.
Yeah.
It still scares me. It still scares me, and it's so funny because you write something, you have no idea what's going to come out of it, really. And I'm getting a little chill. I know how the movie ends myself. I've seen it a few times.
Yeah,
So
that's what you call a good trailer right there. That
oh,
looks good, man.
did an amazing job. Absolutely amazing. I'm going to hire those people again. It's like that's an easy hire. That was just incredible what they did. I mean, the stories. Yeah, it draws everything in like such a short period of time. They knew what they were doing. That's for sure.
Yeah, shout out to whoever put that trailer together. That's how you do it. That's how you get us interested and intrigued. But yeah, let's have some fun here. Let's take a look at it again. By all means, Bud, give us some behind the scenes creation and the idea about around the film. Obviously, no spoilers because I want people to go out and check this movie out. So yeah, man, how did the Undead come about?
Okay, so this is one of my earlier scripts I wrote, but it's about basically the end of times, and it's about what's going to happen. And it's also taking on the angle of a family that's dysfunctional, that their, quote, religious leader tells them to get away for the weekend because what happened is their son passed away and their, quote, his brother passed away, and they're trying to get the family together after the tragic incident to go away to the woods. Always the woods are scary, But
Oh yeah.
And then they meet some interesting characters. One person knows a lot about the cabin, but has no idea who they are. They just lost their whole they lost their whole identity, who they were, and just know the cabin. That's it, And then they meet this guy that somehow knows where the cabin is in the woods, and the mother, she has schizophrenia, so she sees things that aren't real. She sees like these undead children, but you know what? You never know what's real and what's not real in people's minds, whether they see things that might not be true. So we're all in this story together. We're wondering what's going on. A lot of angles, a lot of things come together in different ways. But unlike most horror movies, I don't want to ruin. There's no vampires. There's no serial killers. This is a horror movie with a really great ending. That I don't want to ruin it again, but an ending that would definitely shock the audience. They will not see this coming, and it also has very heartwarming feelings. It's not like like a serial. There's this really time I did this film, and I actually got very emotional because it's really heartwarming feelings. Losing a family member and stuff like that, and the guilt a family feels. It really touches home. And so I try to do the whole 9 yards and how the families think. So it's a very unique story. The characters are what draws you into a film, and God willing, I put the characters together that you really enjoy looking at them, enjoy watching them develop and as a family and deal with this crisis that's occurring right in front of their eyes.
Copy that. Yeah, I mean, well, we love us some vampires, we love us some creature feature movies, we love us some slashers, but sometimes, fear could come in all forms, really. Real life, reality is it can bring you fear.
Oh, trust me, it's very scary.
All kinds. Yeah. Especially mental illness fears, like all kinds. It's psychological. There's why psychological horror is a genre out there. You know what I mean? So yeah.
Yeah, and it's just so different, and I feel like I've got really amazing reviews. People, it's such a nice feeling when people say, "Wow, this really touched me in a way a horror movie hasn't touched me ever," or I was close to the set. Just getting the feeling. That's why you do it. As an artist, you really want what your vision to people enjoy it. Life is tough right now. It's hard. Inflation, interest, everything's really hard. The world seems to fall about it. You just want a good escape, and I hope this movie does give you a good escape, but also give them a feeling that they would not get before they went to this film. You might say, and I hope that does it. It's really important that you get that because a lot of movies want to be preachy. They can be long. I think we're artistic, but we're not boring. We're entertaining. So that's
I like that. I like that. That's what it's all about. Nice.
Yeah,
but already it's a good looking movie, man. Cinematography looks really good.
Yeah, I have a really talented cast, crew. Mina Guy was a director. I had so many art directors, amazing, and Corey. And there's just so many great people that were involved in it that they knew how to do the lighting and all the scene. So it takes a extraordinary amount of time to do this, but I'm really happy with it, and I'm ready to start our next project if this one makes money. So tell your people to watch it so I can invest in my next film. We have two of them. We have two of them on the pipeline, you might say. That I actually have another 2 scripts that we're looking into doing right now. Actually, they're giving me the psychological drill. That they're reading through each page and trying to analyze what I'm trying to do and what is, little parts of the here and there, and it's tough. So we got things piping down that pipeline as well. And once this starts to have some revenue stream, I'm ready to jump aboard. We, a lot of excitement going on with that.
Nice. Well, speaking of excitement, we got a little creepy shot right here. Look at this. Yeah, man. All right, we got It's already creepy. You got creepy kids at night. You got people out in the woods.
I'm digging it. Yeah, and it's again the end of times, which it's something that's another angle to it. But again, it's done in a very subtle way. So that's the key. I think it's the key. It's not going to be like over, whatever. Right. It's going to hit you in different ways. Well, I think we'll hit everybody. I wanted to do a film that everyone can watch and enjoy.
Copy
in their own way.
Great shot right here.
Yeah. Thank you.
Well, already once you said earlier the end of times, that's already like, oh no, that's a fear right there. Look at this great shot right here.
Yeah, they did a really amazing job getting the effects, and the lighting is really cool. And we take you in a different way. You're going one way. I don't ruin it for people, but we take you in a direction like people like, wait a minute, this didn't go the way I expected. Trust me. You will be on a trip. You're not ready to absorb it a little bit in a different way. So it's cool. A lot of fun.
But in a good way, right? Yeah, but in a good
way. Yeah. Again, I'm not going to ruin it for anybody, but I don't think I should say that. But let's just say it's just in a very unique format that you would not see in any other horror movie. This is going to be, I'm going to tell you, this is the most unique horror movie you will see. Hopefully the best, but if it's not, it definitely is unique, and there's some amazing scenes and so forth. We really worked hard on that. It's something that I think anybody watch horror movie should see this, because again, it's just very unique, and it's really got a great story to it, I hope. So I think it's a lot of fun.
Nice.
Also, that's a key part too.
Yeah. Nice. Nice. Look at so that's not a good look right here. Look at this guy. He's the guy that doesn't know who the hell he is, and he came back here. He knows how to cut wood. Right. He knows where the house is. Okay.
But who the hell he is, he doesn't know.
Oh shit.
Yeah, he just comes out like out of the blue, like, I don't know. Yeah. So it's like it's all a big mystery.
Yeah.
Yes.
Nice. Horror mystery. I can dig it. Yeah.
Right.
The Undead, baby. That's right. Now
you say Undead 2023, because there is an Undead 1967. That's not this film.
Right. I saw that.
You see one in black and white, or it looks a little old. It's not this film. Yeah. With Burke Floyd, major actor Burke Floyd, we had, and on Bud Rebel, you'll see the difference there. So on Amazon Prime, it's on Amazon Prime and Roku, and I think Tubi. Yeah, and hopefully Apple.
Tubi, yeah, I think it's on Tubi as well. Yeah.
Yeah, if you want to save $1 too, Tubi's fine.
Yeah, so hey. Y'all know what you need to do, son. That's right. Everybody watching right now. Click on those links below. I'll put it down there. Check out the Undead, Amazon Prime, Tubi, all that good stuff. Keep supporting independent cinema, especially independent horror cinema. Get it out there. And hey, I mean, Bud, this looks really interesting, man. I'm really intrigued. And I like that at the end of times. That concept alone is already like, it's giving me some chills there, man. There's gonna be some chills there. Well, I know you're extremely busy, sir, filmmaking. That's right, going out there. You're gonna do some lifting. You said you're going to the gym.
Yeah, I gotta go to the gym. I gotta work out. I get out of the stress. Yeah. And this. Thank you so much for having me. I really is a pleasure, and I love to support you as well. It looks like you're a very talented man, and I can wish you more success with everything you do, my friend.
You too, and it was an honor to have you here. And it's your second home now, bud. Come on back, man. We talk more movies and more. Let's go.
That sounds great. Anytime. Thank you. Have a great one.
Bud. Follow Bud below, everybody watching. Click on those links and keep following his filmmaking journey. And I'll see you guys on the next one. The Undead, baby. Let's go.
There we go. Have fun. Take care. Bye-bye.